Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackYou.com, and today we're going to do a product review on the HJC C70 full face helmet. The HJC C70 helmet retails from $134 to $152. Please understand that we don't update videos when pricing changes, only if the product itself has been completely redesigned. This is HJC's entry-level full-face helmet that offers a drop-down inner shield. This is a value piece, right, that is great for street riders that like the flexibility of having that tinted screen integrated into the helmet, so all they have to do is hit the actuator and then you're riding with clear again. It removes the necessity to have two shields while you're out riding. Who is this helmet right for? This is a street rider's helmet only. This is not the type of helmet I would ever take onto a racetrack. It weighs 3.35 pounds in a size medium on our digital shipping scale, and it is DOT certified. An important note, the DOT certification is on the honor system. You don't actually submit those for testing unless they're requested. That's not a concern for me with HJC because they're a reputable company, and if they build it to pass the certification, you can bet your ass it's going to do so. Let's break down the sizing and the fit of the helmet. I measure 58 centimeters on the money, intermediate oval head shape. Size medium, fit me great. I wore this at my desk for an extended period of time to get a really good sense for how it fit and how it felt over the long haul, and I was pleasantly surprised with how well they did with this. It offers a real street rider's fit. It has a reasonable on-off effort, which is nice, and it has excellent glasses compatibility built into it. Okay, now let's break down the features and benefits of the HJC C70 helmet. One of the first things I want to tell you is if you're interested in installing a Bluetooth device in this helmet, one of the universal devices on the market, they do not have pockets molded into the internal compartment of this helmet. For that reason, it's going to make the install a little harder. I would look to some of the other HJC models if that is something you're interested in. Features, benefits, ventilation is where we typically start. That's one of the most important things for riders out there. It's important to note that when you have a helmet with a drop-down inner shield, such as the C70, there's always some give and takes. The take, for sure, is the flexibility of having that tinted screen integrated right into the helmet. So when you go out on your long rides and you need to go from clear to tinted, you can do it with just the flip of a switch and you don't have to change a shield. That is the benefit you pick up. One of the trade-offs is going to be ventilation, right? Comparing this to another full-face model in the HJC helmet family that sells for the same price, the i10, you'll find much less ventilation on this helmet. Also, when you have the drop-down inner screen, because the screen has to slide up into the helmet about into this area, you move all the ventilation further back, so you're left with kind of a hot spot right here in the brow, which is a critical spot. So what I'm telling you is, if ventilation is key for you, then the drop-down inner screen may not be the best option for you. Still, for ventilation, we have an intake vent here in the chin bar. This is going to direct air up into the facial area and on the shield. This will help demist the shield. If you want true fog-free performance, they have prepared this optically correct clear shield to accept one of the Pinlock inserts. You install that and you get true fog-free performance. The other intake vent is found here at the top of the crown of the helmet. It's a rather large vent. It is multi-positional. The overall action of these two vents feels smooth and quality. Exhaust is molded into the shell here in the back of the helmet. Second part of this video, I'll pull the liner out and I'll show you the holes that are in the EPS that correspond with the vents. Drop down inner screen. I mean, that's really what you're looking at this helmet for. In the upwardmost position, there is a detent to ensure it stays there. And there it is all the way down. A lot of flexibility for a street rider. The liner of this helmet is removable, washable, and replaceable. We have a double D-ring retention system built in. Next up, I'm going to show you how to change the shield and how to disassemble the helmet and give you a little closer look from the inside out. Okay, let's start with shield removal. Release your lock. Raise it all the way in the upwardmost position. You see this little trigger right here. Pull back to release the shield. This one comes off pretty easily. like so. Give you a look at the shield. You can see it's set up to accept the Pinlock insert. Those things are like magic. If you're in an area where fog is an issue, that is a great add-on for this helmet that performs. It's worth every penny. To reinstall, support the helmet, get the shield in that upwardmost position, kind of mimic that, and put a little pressure in. You'll hear some audible clicks. It'll basically jump right in there. Repeat the process on the other side. Now, before you go out for a ride, what I recommend is operate the shield full up, full down a few times, just to make sure that you have it secured on the helmet correctly. You don't want it to come off when you're riding. To remove the interior, I like to start with a shield removal. Go ahead and put that to the side. For the cheek pads, you need to wedge your fingers in between the EPS of the helmet and the backing plate of the cheek pad. There are 3 snaps you then need to release. One towards the front, one towards the top, and one at the rear. Once you've done that, grab the cheek pad here in the front, give it a little tug, like so, and kind of rotate it out. You'll see the channel here. There's a corresponding clip that is in between the EPS and the outer shell of the helmet that grabs onto that to hold it in place in conjunction with those 3 snaps. Repeat that process on the other side. And then we can move on to the top pad. For the top pad, you have 2 snaps here at the back. And then here in the front, get your fingers underneath the interior liner and kind of wiggle it around and release the leading edge of the plastic that is stitched to the liner from the channel it rests in the brow area. Just give you a look at the overall quality of the liner. It looks quite good for the price point of the helmet. Closer look at the cheek pads. And now we can move to the interior of the helmet. First thing I'll point out is right here. You'll notice there is no pocket that's built in. Yeah, you probably could get some of the lower profile devices in there, but it does typically, without the pocket, make it a little tighter in that area. So this is not, in my opinion, the best option for a rider that's looking to install one of those Bluetooth devices. Inside the helmet, look at the EPS. You can see the 2 intake ventilation holes here in the front, 2 here in the rear. They have also channeled the EPS a little bit. That helps to encourage the airflow front to back, and you can see how they kind of brought that down a little lower in the brow, and that'll help alleviate some of the concerns with having the ventilation so much higher up on the helmet than you would have with some of the other full-face helmets that do not have the drop-down inner screen. All in all, what do I think? It's a nice helmet. It fits nice. It's a very affordable price point. Its overall quality is good. So if you're a street rider that's looking for that helmet that offers the drop-down inner screen and a cool graphic, this is a good option at its given price point. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments section of this video. I answer all that stuff myself, and I'm here to help you get a great experience from your next helmet purchase.